A lot of people are like, you've got varicose veins. Yeah, I do. Well, not anymore, actually. I don't have varicose veins anymore. Hi, I'm Tillie Amartey. I'm an actress and a presenter. You might recognise me from a little school called Waterloo Road. I actually got a Getty image on a red carpet. Gosh, I actually can't post that because the vein looks so scary. And that's like the first time I've ever looked at a picture and been like, oh, I don't really want to post that because of my vein. My legs feel like completely different legs. I started to notice pretty much improvements straight away because once I had the stockings on and I rubbed my hand down the inside of my leg where the vein used to bulge, it was flat, which was like mind-blowing, obviously, because I've been used to having this weird little friend on my leg. Anybody that's thinking about getting varicose vein treatment, honestly, just do it. If you're thinking about it, do it. I wish I'd have done it sooner because my legs look slay, you know? Hi, I'm Tillie Amartey. I'm an actress and a presenter. You might recognise me from a little school called Waterloo Road. You might have even seen me on the ballroom dance floor for Strictly. So I've been here at VeinCentre to get my varicose veins treated, which I know a lot of people are like, you've got varicose veins. Yeah, I do. Well, not anymore, actually. I don't have varicose veins anymore. I actually got a Getty image on a red carpet photographed of me, and I was like, turned backwards and I was doing like a piece and a pout and I had my leg up and I was like, gosh, I actually can't post that because the vein looks so scary. And that's like the first time I've ever looked at a picture and been like, oh, I don't really want to post that because of my vein. And I was like, well, this is not good. So then I found VeinCentre. So obviously I'm very active, I'm up on my feet, I'm constantly walking around a film set. So by the end of the day, my legs would feel very, very leady and super heavy, like a super heavy leg day at the gym. And it was starting to get worse and worse. And especially when I'd go on holiday, I'd have very swollen legs and just feel like my legs weren't circulating properly. So it was starting to really affect me. And obviously I am young, I do, sometimes wear a skirt outside of school and, they're not the most pretty thing in the world. So in an ideal world, it would be great to have not something bulging out of the left-hand side of your inside leg. So I think I've actually had varicose veins since being really young. And then since I've had them scanned, I now know that I had a matching pair, and there's always been one on my left-hand side at the back of my leg. So obviously it's the back of my leg, so I don't always notice it. Never really bothered me. And then as I've got more into exercise and I've got slightly older, I started to feel like it would get a little bit tight, itchy, and started to irritate me more. So I obviously noticed the bulging of it a little bit as well. And then one on my right-hand side, on my inside of my leg, really started to stick out, and I was like, oh, I think I need to go get these checked out. I don't know if anybody in my family has a varicose vein. I feel like maybe my dad has a varicose vein, and I know for a fact my granddad had varicose veins, big ones. He could have done with coming to VeinCentre. So when I came for my first consultation at VeinCentre, I was instantly relieved because, as a young girl, I was like, this is never going to get sorted. This is just something I'm going to have to learn to love about myself, and there's not a solution for it. So instantly when I came and Dominic had a look at my veins, he had a solution for me. So that was an instant ease for me because my mind was totally at rest that, right, okay, we can sort this out. And then he taught me through the procedure and I was like, half an hour, still awake. This is all sounding very, very up my street. Meeting my consultant at my first consultation was a breeze. He really put my mind at ease. Mr. Dominic Dodd, the best in the game, dare I say, because that's actually how I found VeinCentre. I googled best vein surgeon and he popped up, and he works at VeinCentre, so here I am. Hi guys, I'm Tillie Amartey, and you might recognise me from a little school called Waterloo Road, or even from Strictly Come Dancing. I've literally just had my varicose vein treatment done at the VeinCentre, and I'm over the moon. I'm up, I'm walking, I'm out the door. It is literally a lunchtime procedure. An hour, in, out. And I feel so silly. I've literally booked out my whole week schedule. I said, sorry, no, I'm getting my veins done. I can't do anything. To all my friends that I've cancelled on and all the work I've cancelled on, call me, I'm free, I'm available. I've literally got my stockings on underneath my jeans, if you want to see. Super chic.
These are your friends for a week.
Are they Prada?
They are.
Yeah.
Only Prada.
As long as they're Prada, it's fine.
Hey, Rory Stalling.
Yeah.
Only better though.
Yeah. They've assured me that they're designer, so it's fine. And that's it. It was super easy. Actually quite a nice experience. Once the anaesthetic's in, which is just a little sharp scratch, it's really chill. Like, the laser's not painful. The whole procedure's not actually painful. I would definitely do it again. So the whole treatment for me was actually like slightly underwhelming because I really geared myself up. Like, I literally cleared my diary. I was like, guys, I'm going in for surgery. And then I was like, oh, like, I should probably call on my friends and on my work and say I'm absolutely fine, because I've said it a few times, but I didn't just walk out happy. I pretty much skipped out happy. Like, I was walking around straight away after, and I was up and ready to go. But the only shock was that when the veins are actually getting like burnt away, you can taste them.
I can actually taste like a weird, like, you said garlic, didn't you? I think it's like a packet of Frazzles after taste.
But it tastes like Frazzles, and I quite like Frazzles, so it's fine. So my legs feel like completely different legs. I actually used to have a real insecurity about like feeling like my legs were like too big for my body, but actually now that I've actually analysed it and had my veins done, I don't think it was the fact that I thought that my legs were too big. I think it's because they felt big because they were heavy because of the blood flow problem. So that's kind of sorted out another insecurity of mine. And obviously, I think they look great. I didn't actually realise until I looked at my before pictures just how bad they were. Now that I've got like smooth, non-varicose vein legs, I'm like, whoa, girlfriend, you had no idea. So after treatment, I started to notice pretty much improvements straight away, because once I had the stockings on and I rubbed my hand down the inside of my leg where the vein used to bulge, it was flat, which was like mind-blowing, obviously, because I've been used to having this weird little friend on my leg. And then obviously, once like everything from the procedure had calmed down and stuff, I really started to notice that like the blood flow of my legs, like, as in I didn't have that lead feeling. Obviously you're a little bit like tender from what going through the procedure, but I literally felt like as light as a feather, which was really weird, because I felt like I had fresh legs. It was good. The thing that stood out to me about my experience was definitely about how quick it was, and actually how easy it was, and the pain. There's actually relatively no pain, especially once the anaesthetic's in. It's basically just laying down and getting rid of your problem. It's super easy. It's actually quite a fun process. I'd do it again. I said it on my other video. I would do it again. The most rewarding part of getting treatment for me was definitely creating an awareness about it, because I think a lot of people have a bit of a shocked face when I say I've got varicose veins. They're like, you, so young, so fit and ready. I'm like, yeah, like anyone can have varicose veins. And I think a lot of people don't realise they've got varicose vein and you can actually sort it out. So yeah, creating awareness for that I think has probably been the most rewarding thing. And then obviously, selfishly, my legs look slay, you know? Anybody that's thinking about getting varicose vein treatment, honestly, just do it. If you're thinking about it, do it. I wish I'd have done it sooner, because you think, oh, I'm stuck with these for life. There's nothing I can do about it. There's so much you can do about it. And it's not even about the aesthetics. You just feel so much better in yourself. It's like annoying little things just off your shoulder. Well, it's off my legs as well now. It's great. Kind of miss them, actually. It's like, oh, right, where have they gone? It's like hiccups. I would recommend VeinCentre to anyone. Literally, about 10 people have messaged me, oh, I've got a little vein here, I've got a spider vein here. I'm like, VeinCentre, VeinCentre, VeinCentre. Just because it's an easy breezy procedure. It's very light-hearted. You listen to a little bit of music while you're getting your procedure done. You put on some cool glasses and you walk out feeling great. And you know, they're always on hand to support you. Any questions, any qualms, they're all answered and your mind is completely at rest. If I could speak to my past self before treatment, I would say, don't cancel all your plans and all your work. It's really not that deep, babe. You're gonna have a great time and you're gonna be really happy with the results.